all cleaned up then. So far, the biggest difference I've noticed about these chicks compared to your normal traditional breeds is that they're that little bit more active, that little bit more hungry in the first initial days, but mostly they're pretty much the same. They are a little bit longer, I am finding. They're not nearly as small, and I'm not sure if that's just our breed of chickens or chickens in general, but they already look a little bit longer and their breast is a little bit larger, so that could just be me thinking that that's a difference while they might be completely the same, but that's what I'm noticing so far. I absolutely love the dynamic of having so many chicks though, because you can see little groups forming and they all kind of stick together. It's really sweet. Absolutely love where the pigs are at the moment. There's only 2 pig moves left to do. This one, which is already done, and then I guess there's only one more then. Right now though, they're on our walkway towards the forest to have our morning walks, so I actually get to see the pigs twice. First at the top as I walk down, and then again down here as I end my walks. I am honestly in disbelief that it's coming to an end so quickly, but I'm really excited to fulfill the journey, to finish off the goal that we had and honor these boys in our cooking. It's going to be really incredible to finally be able to do something we've talked about for years. I'm certainly going to miss them so much though. They have been so fun, so funny, such characters, but we just can't keep them here full time. It's not our property, and there's a lot that we would have to do permanently which would accommodate these guys, which we just can't do again because it's not our property. So for now, this is going to be the end of our journey very soon, but we definitely will have pigs again on our property. Don't you worry about that. These guys are definitely starting to eat a lot more now, which is great to see. Like, they are smashing the food. No escaping. No chicken run, get back in here. I'm noticing with 50 chickens, it definitely gets a lot messier and dirtier in here. I mean, there is more little bodies pooping around in here. So I do add the wood chips or the wood shavings every day. So what I am doing is doing a bit of a deep mulch system where we keep adding on wood chips to keep the environment nice and clean for them. But it's also building up compost underneath as their poo breaks down. I also make sure their water is clean and full. This is all right, like ideally I tip it out if it's a little bit messier than that, but that's okay. So far we haven't lost any baby chicks, which is incredible. All 50 are alive and thriving and doing really well, which is really exciting. They are so cute and so sweet, and at this stage, I think we're on day 3 now. They're super easy, like this isn't any trouble at all. And every now and again you can pick one up for a bit of a cuddle. Hi. And as far as having them outside, we've had rain the last few nights. It's been mild. I think it's gotten as low as maybe 8 or 10 degrees at nighttime around here, so it hasn't been too bad. So I would say this is the ideal time to have baby chicks because they're nice and warm outside. We have 2 lamps on during the night, and then during the day I do turn one of them off. No escaping. That one's got poo on its back. That's lovely. You guys need some love. We need to put in some more fresh wood shavings. You can see all the poop. Here's a rooster. The roosters are always the feistiest, I find. I'm gonna check all the chicks, make sure they're healthy, make sure they're not poopy or dirty, fix them up. They need some fresh water as well. More food because they're smashing it. But yeah, so far so good. They're definitely getting more active and more feisty now, definitely growing, so might be moving some of them into the second brooder very soon. So because these guys are our meat chickens and we're going to be eating them essentially, but just because we do this for most of our animals anyways, fresh water is essential, and we actually put garlic water into it. So Sam just soaked some garlic in some water, which we pour into here, and then also some apple cider vinegar. Just a little bit, but this goes a long way in boosting their immune system and helping them fight any bugs or anything that they're going to be exposed to. Yeah, we love healthy little chicks. Scusa. There you go, guys, fresh water. Poor thirsty little things. So while they're busy drinking away, let's do their food. There you go, Jennings. Food back. Alright, everybody, come on. Break it up, break it up. Get on out of here. Go on. Oh, sorry. Dipped you in some water. Get out of here. No escaping. Where's Mr. Poopey back? There you are. You're alright. Okay, there you go. And then, where is Mr. Poopy Butt? Everybody show me your butts. Ah, there's one. You're alright. It's really bad when they get poo on their bums, because essentially that can create a blockage. Wow, they're really like fat little things, aren't they? But yes, it can create a blockage, which then prevents the chick from being able to poop, which is no good at all. Wow, they are fat little things. Hey, that's mine. Stop eating it. So I can't say I really analyzed my chickens' butts when they were little, but they definitely were not that squishy. Like, that is like full juicy rumps on these little baby chicks. It's pretty cool. Little bum. I thought just to add even more value to this video for you all, I would share my really easy granola recipe. I make my granola every single week. Sam uses it in his smoothies. I use it with some yogurt in the morning, so it's super delicious and really versatile. You can exchange any of these nuts for something else that you like. You can also add any seeds. Literally, I just add whatever is in my pantry and it comes together really nicely. So yeah, I hope you give it a go. It has so much less sugar than the ones that you buy at the stores, and it's just really, really delicious. Okay, you guys, and that wraps up week 1 of having baby chicks. As I said, it's super easy to look after them. You do have to maintain their brooder a lot more often, so that means fresh wood shavings every single day. You do need to make sure that their water's always clean and full. I think I've been refilling it every couple of days, making sure to add apple cider vinegar and that garlic water into it to keep them nice and healthy. Some of them do get quite poopy, and I think that's because we have so many in such a small space. I think you can avoid that if you make a little bit of a bigger brooder, but so far we're managing and they don't seem to mind. I fill up their food twice a day, so I give them a refill in the morning as well as in the evening time. If I don't refill it in the morning, it's not too big of a deal. But they do seem to go through most of it in a day, so because they're meat chickens and we want them to grow really nice and big and quickly and evenly, we do try to fill it up as often as we can. The other thing, because they're meat chickens, and again you want them to be growing as quickly as you can because the meat's going to be better in that way, you want to make sure that you have plenty of access to the food. So you may notice that the way that I place their food into the brooder, they have access from either side and there's 2 feeders, so lots of them are getting to eat at the same time. You can see just how big they have gotten in just a week. Like, they're definitely taking up a lot more of this brooder than they did at the beginning. And as far as how much food we have given them in the last week, you can see the first bag that we opened for them is still fairly full. I reckon we've gone through maybe a third, close to a half of a bag for the first week. They're starting to get their feathers. I feel like they're still not going to be ready to go outside week 3, but that is the plan, to get them out as soon as possible. It is a lot warmer around us, but I guess we'll just have to see, and you're going to have to stay tuned.